Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Now we'll continue. We'll finish this one. Now we'll go to the rectangles and other areas and volumes. He said the length of rectangle is twice the width. So the length twice the width. Okay, we call the length L and we call the width W, which is clear. So now he says the width is increasing. The width is increasing at this rate. So dW by dt equal to millimeter per minute. What they want, find dA by dt when W, please note, 10 centimeter. This is centimeter and this is millimeter. So I need to change this into millimeter. I know in 1 centimeter is 10 millimeter. So that gives me 100 millimeter. Cancel, that's 100 millimeter. Okay. So now the area of rectangle is L times W. But I want to relate the rate of change of the width with the rate of change of the area. So change L into W. That will give me 2W times W, and that 2W squared. Now differentiate dA by dt will be 4W dW by dt. And that will be what? 4, what is W? It's 10, and dW is 2. That will give me what? No, wait a minute. It's not 10. I need to change it into units, huh? So it's 4 times 100 times 2, and that will give me 800 millimeters square per minute. Yes, it's per minute. The rectangle is increasing at this rate. I know the length of the rectangle. As usual, we call the length L and the width W equal 4. Also the width is increasing at this rate. Okay, so both are increasing. When the length is this, find dA by dt when L equal 15 and W equal 10. Okay, so what I will do, the same, A equal LW, but now I want to relate the rate of change of the width and the length, the width with the length of the area. So no need to change, and no need to take it right A in terms of L or W. No, I will take it as a whole and do the derivative. I have dA by dt. Now it's a product of two functions, derivative of the first, dL by dt times W, plus the first derivative of the second, dW over dt. Okay, now do the calculation. dA by dt. What is dL by dt? 4. What is W? 10. What is L? 15. What is dW by dt? 2. That will be 40 plus 30. That is 70, which is this. The rate of rectangle is increasing at this. So dL by dt equal 8. And the width is 3. Same question, actually. Find dA by dt when what? L equal 20 and W equal 10. Okay, A equal LW. So dA by dt will be dL by dt times W plus L dW by dt. And that give me what? dL is 8, W is 10, L is 20, this is 3, this is 80 plus 60, 140, which is centimeter square per minute, yes. Now we'll move to the, finish the rectangles, now we'll move to the triangles. The first one, we're talking about a quaternion triangle, where I have equal sides. I have, this is X, this is X, this is X. And you want to relate it with area, which is a quaternion triangle. This is the formula for the area. Where if I have This is H. And I know this angle is 60. So I know sine 60 will be H of an X. I need H since the area, so H will be what? X times sine 60. Sine 60 is what? Square root 3 over 2. I need HY because the area will be half the base, which is X, base times height. The base is X, H is this one. So I'm getting what? Square root of 3 over 4x squared, which is this one. خلاص. Now we'll go back to the question. He said the length of each side of the area is increasing at this. So this is the L by dt, dx, I call it x. dx by dt equal 13. What we want, dx by dt equals 13. What they want, feet per hour. Find the rate. You want the rate of the area, dA by dt equals what? When x equal 41. Call it x or s, who keeps them. These are just dummy errors. Okay. So now the area, I agreed on the area is square root 3 over 4 x squared. So now differentiate. That will be what? Square root of 3 to x dx by dt. Like the numbers and that's it. That give me what? Square root of 3 over 2. X is what? X is 41. And this is 13. Do the calculation. That will be 533 square root of 3 over 2. Which is meter square per minute. Not meter square, feet square. Since don't get feet, that feet square per hour. Per hour. Which is strange. Okay, 13 feet per hour. Yeah. So the unit is feet square per hour. The sides on equatorial triangle, خلاص. We know that the area is square root 3 over 4x squared. So we can use it now. We did it here, so we can use it. Okay. The size is increasing at this rate. Find dA by dt when x equal 4. dA by dt will be square root 3 over 2 x dx by dt. And that will be square root 3 into 4 v1. And that will be 2 square root of 3, which is this one. Centimeter square per minute. Okay, no problem with the units. Okay. Same thing, equivalent triangle or area triangle. So A equals square root 3 over 4 x squared. He says the side, the area increases. I know now he give me the area. Increases square root of 3. Find dx by dt when x equal 4. Differentiate, same idea. dA by dt square root 3 over 2 x dx by dt. The only change, he gave me this and he gave me this, and this is what he wants. Like the numbers. Square root of 3. I go square root of 3, 2. X is what? 4 dx by dt. That implies dx by dt will be 2 root 3 over 4 root 3, which is half, which is this one. Okay, now we are talking about this is triangle with 2 equal sides. So first we need to think about how to find the area and then we relate it. Okay, I have triangle with 2 equal sides, call it x and x, and this is called it 4. He said the base is 4. So I know this is h. Okay. I want to find the base. And I know also this is 2. I need to find the area. The area, half base times h, that will be half. The base is 4 plus times h to h. But I want to relate the area with x. Huh? What he gave me? He says the size is increasing. I have dx over dt is 2. Okay, find the a over dt when x equal 4. So I want to relate the area, not with h, with x. So this will be split by half. So I have this triangle, which is the right angle. So that give me, from this triangle, I have x squared equal h squared plus 2 squared, which is squared plus 4. So h squared equal x squared minus 4. So h will be square root x squared minus 4. That implies the area will be what? 2 root x squared minus 4. Now I have a relation, the area with the side. So now differentiate and plug the numbers, and that's it. The a by dt will be 2 times 2 square root x squared minus 4 to x. So that, don't forget, derivative of x, which is dx by dt. So give me what? 2x dx by dt over this square root. So plug the numbers now. I want dA by dt. And I want dx by dt. No, I want dA by dt. That will be what? 2, x is 4, dx by dt is 2 over x is 4, that will be square root 16 minus 4. Square root of 12, which is 2 square root of 3. So I have what? 16 over 2 root 3. And that give me 8 over root 3. And that will be centimeter square per second. Okay. Two sides of a triangle. In this two sides of a triangle are 4 meter, 4 meter and 5 meter. Okay. So I have this is 4. This is 5. And there is an angle between them, theta. I know that the rate of change of the angle is 0.06. Find the rate of which the area of the is increasing. So I need to find the area of the triangle. And this is h. I want to relate the area with the angle. I know that sine theta will be h over 4. That implies h equal 4 sine theta. And I'm looking for what? Yeah, find, yeah, I need to write this. Find dA by dt when theta equal by 4. So you want to relate the area. I need to relate the area with the angle. So you know the area is half base times h. That will be half 5. H is what? 4 sine theta. And that give me A equal 10 sine theta. So I relate the area with the angle. خلاص, the rest is just multiplication. I mean differentiation and substitute. That implies dA by dt will be equal 10 cosine theta times d theta by dt. That give me 10 cosine pi over 4. Cosine pi over 4 times 6 over 100. And that give me what? This is cancelled. This is cancelled. This is 3. This is 2. Oh, what means 2? That will be 3 square root of 2 Wait a minute. What I'm doing? This is 6 square root 2 over 20. 2 times 10. That will be 3 square root of 2 over 10. Yeah, and that will be meter square per minute. Yeah, meter square per second. Okay. Now we'll move to the sphere, spherical balloon. I want to be sure. Oh, yeah. We have a spherical balloon. We have a sphere. We know what is the volume. Huh? We're talking about what? Volume. Volume of the sphere is what? 4 over 3 pi r cubed. This is the volume of the sphere. He says its volume increases, so dV by dt equal 100. What they want? Find dA by dt, find the radius, find the rate with the radius, which is r, the r by dt, when the diameter is 50. Diameter is 50, that means r equal 25. Okay, and this is the relation which relate the volume with the radius. This is what I want. So just differentiate and substitute. So you have dV by dt will be 4 by r square dr by dt. This is given. This is given. Find this. So this is 100 equal 4 by, what is r square? Is 25 times 25. So this is will be 100. So it will be easy. Okay. dr by dt. So dr by dt will be 100. 4 times 25, that's 100 by times 25, which is equal 1 over 25. And the unit is what? Centimeter, yeah, per second. Okay. Gas is being pumped into spherical balloon at a rate of this. Be careful here. I have feet and I have inch, which is unlikely to happen. Huh? Okay. You know, the volume is 403 pi r cubed. Okay. The rate of change of the volume is 5 feet cubed per minute. What they want, find dr by dt when d, the diameter, is 18 inch. So that implies r is 18 over 2 inch, which is 9 inch. But I want everything in terms of feet. So change this. That will be multiply. I know in 1 feet is 12 inch. That give me 3 over 4 feet. Couple of numbers. Differentiate this. I have dV by dt. I'll differentiate this. Huh? It's 4 over 4 pi r squared dr by dt. This is what I want. This is given. This is given. And I have the same unit. So dV by dt will be what? 5 equal 4 by 3 over 4 squared dr by dt. That implies dr by dt equal 5 times 16 over 4 pi times 9. This is 4. This is gone. So you have 20 over 9. And the unit is feet per minute. This is dr by dt. Okay. The radius sphere is increasing at this rate. The radius is increasing 1 millimeter per second. Find dV by dt when r equal 30. I know V equal 4 over 3 by R cubed. That implies dV by dt divided by R squared dr by dt. That implies, no, just plug the numbers. That will be 4 by R is what? 30. 30 square. The R is 1. That will give me what? 4 times 9, 36 times 100. Why? That will be millimeter cubed per second. Okay. A spherical balloon is filled with helium at the rate of this. This is dV by dt. Or sometimes the unit will help. When the given limit was very clear that dV by dt. How fast is defined dr by dt when r equal 4? I know V is 4 over 3 by R cubed. That implies dV by dt equal 4 by R squared dr by dt. This is what I want. This is given. This is given. So that implies, what is dV by dt? 100 by equal 4 by times 4 square dr by dt. So dr by dt would be equal 100 over 4 by 100 by 4 by 16. This is 25 and the cancel. This is 1. So I have 25 over 16 feet per minute. Okay. Radius of a sphere is increasing at this rate. I have the radius. Is 1 over 100. Okay. The volume. You want the volume. The rate of change the volume. What? When D equal 20, that implies R equal 10. And the volume is 4 over 3 by R cube. That implies dV by dt equal 4 by R squared dr by dt. And that will be 4 by 10 square dr by dt is what, 1 over 100. That will give me 4 by times 100 over 100, and that will be 4. Which is, if a snowball melts, so that its surface area decreases at the rate of this. Now it's I need the surface area of the sphere, which is 4 by R squared. Okay, the surface area decreases at this rate. Then the rate at which the diameter decreases, when the diameter is 10 centimeter. So its surface area, I know ds by dt is -1. Then the rate at which the diameter is decreases. So I want to relate the surface area with the diameter. I know the diameter, so I need to find d, let me call it capital D, equals when capital D equal 10. So I want to relate the surface area with the diameter. So the surface area, it's by, I know the diameter is 2R. So I need to write the S as by 2R square. So it's by D square. Okay. Now I have the relation between the surface area and the diameter. Okay. So ds by dt will be equal to by d by dt. This is what I want. I have this and I have this. Okay. Now I need to do the calculation. This is -1 equal 2 by times 10 dd by dt. So dd by dt will be minus 1 over 20 pi. So when you say decreases, we write the positive values. This is 1 over 20. So it decreases with the rate 1 over 20 pi. If we said the rate, I need the minus sign. But since it decreases with this rate, a decreases give you the minus sign. Gas is escaping from a spherical balloon at this rate. Okay, escaping from a spherical balloon at this rate. Escaping from flow, dV by dt will be minus 2. dV, make it clear. dV is minus 2. How fast is the surface area shrinking? The radius of the balloon is 12 feet. You complicated the things now. This dV by dt, find ds by dt when r equal 12. This is what they want. I know the S surface area for the balloon 4 pi r square. Okay. So that implies ds by dt, either there are two ways to do it. Either I relate the v with the s, with the relation, or I'll find the s in terms of r, and then I will try to get the rate of change of r from this. Let me do it in this way. The s by dt, that will be what? 8 by r dr by dt. This is I have, this I don't have, and this is I don't have. But this one, I can get it from here. Since v equal 4 over 3 by r cubed, that implies dv by dt will be 4 by r square dr by dt. I have this, I can get this, and plug it here, you get the s by dt. Okay, so this is give me what? Minus 2, 4 by, this is 12 square times dr by dt. So dr by dt will be what? Minus 2 unit problem, no. How fast is the surface area shrinking? In the radius of the balloon is 12 feet. R is 12. Okay. So this is minus 2 over 4, 12 square. In other words, it's minus 1 over 2 on 44. Leave it like this. Let me plug it here. That implies ds by dt would be equal 8 pi times, I forget the pi here. Pi should be here somewhere. It should be a pi. Yeah, dr by dt and 8 pi in the denominator. That will be 8 pi, r is 12 times dr by dt, which is minus 1 over 2 on 44 pi. Okay, 12 goes with this. I have 12. So I have 8, 1, and this is minus 3. Minus 1 over 3. Minus 1 over 3. And the pi goes with pi. Minus 1 over 3 distance. Okay. Calculation, don't worry. Now we'll do this question from the book. Question 13 in the book. It says, when the radius r of a sphere is increasing at this rate, so I have dr by dt equals 3. Find the rate of change of the volume. I know what is the volume of the sphere, 4 over 3 by r cubed. He said, find dv by dt when r equal 9, when r equal 36. Okay. So what is dv by dt? Is 4 by r squared dr by dt. in case 1 r equal 9, and that in case r equal 9, 4 by 9 square times 3. That will be 972 by. Centimeter cube. Oh, this is feet, huh? Is it inches? Yeah, when r equal 36, just like the numbers here. Okay, so dv by dt equal when r equal 36, 4 by 36 square times 3. That is what it will be. Complicated number. Okay, part B. Explain why the rate of change of the volume is not constant, even though if the R by dt is constant. Yeah, because it's very clear from here. If the R constant, then dv by dt is something times R squared. So it's proportional to R. It will be in terms of R. This is constant, okay? Constant times 4y is constant, so it'll be constant times R squared. That means dv by dt will be constant times R squared. So it's proportional to R or R squared. Okay, now let me move to the cube. The volume of a metal cube is increasing at this. I have cube. This is a cube. Okay. The volume is increasing at this rate, 30. When the size is 10, find dx by dt when x equal 10. Another volume of the cube is x cubed. That implies in the dv by dt will equal 3x squared dx by dt. This is given, I want this. So 30 equals 3, 10 squared. There's no unit problem, okay? Times dx by dt. So dx by dt will be 30 over 3, 10 times 10, and this is 1 over 10, which is 0.1, which is this. The volume of the cube is increasing at this rate, okay? dv by dt equal 10. When the length of the side, at that time, the surface area is increasing at what? You want ds by dt when x equal 30. I know the volume of the cube, x cubed, and I know the surface area of the cube is 6x squared. Surface area means I need the surface area of all sides, all 6 sides, okay? And the one, okay. So this is the surface area. So I want ds by dt, which is 12x dx by dt. I know x, I want to get this. From where I get it from here. So I have dv by dt is 3x squared dx by dt. So that means dx by dt will equal dv by dt, which is 10 over 3 x squared t squared. I plug the numbers here. So ds by dt will be 12 times 30 times 10 over 330 square. The square go with this one. I have 0 go with this. I have did I make a mistake somewhere? This is 6. Where is the 6? This is 12x. Yeah, where is the 12? Okay. That 12, 30, dx by dt. Yeah, that will be 12 over 9. Yeah, right. That will be 4 over 3, which is this one. All edges of the cube are expanding at the rate of this. So I have dx by dt equal 4. How fast is the volume changing? dv by dt equal what? When x equal. That's it. So v is x cubed. So I have dv by dt equal 3x squared dx by dt. And that will be 3, 1, 4, 12. That's it. Or is the cube expanding at this rate? Oh, same idea. dx by dt equals 6. Find dv by dt when x equal to. So v is cubed. So dv by dt equal 3x squared dx by dt. And that will be 3 times x squared 2 squared times 6. 12 times 6, which is 72, which is this. Okay, this is the question in the book, questions 15 and 16 about the cube. Okay, what we have in question 15, all edges of the cube are expanding at this rate, 6 centimeters. Which I think this one. Yeah, this is question 15. Halas, we are done with it. 16, all is going to be expanding at this rate. I have dx by dt equals 6. How fast is the surface area changing? I want ds by dt when x equal to or x equal 10. I know the surface area is, we did it before, it will be 6x squared. 6x squared. That implies ds by dt will be 12x dx by dt. Like the numbers. X equal to, we said ds by dt equal 12 times 6 times dx by dt, which is what? 12 times 6, which is 112. This is 2. This is 2. You know, it's 2. X is 2. And this is 6. So 100. Which unit is it? Centimeters square per second. X is 10. So ds by dt will be what? 12, 10 times 6, 720 centimeters square per second. Okay. Yeah. Still, this is cube problem. The volume of the cube is increasing at this rate, 10. How fast is the surface area? You want to find ds by dt when x equals 30. Okay. I know s is 6x squared. That implies ds by dt will be equal to 12x dx by dt. I need to find this. How to find this? I'll find it from this information. V equal x cubed That implies dv by dt equal 3x square dx by dt. Okay. Dx by dt. Okay. That will give us what? 10 equal 3. This is 30 square. Okay. X square is 30 square. And I need the x by dt, which means the x by dt will equal 10 over 3 30 square. So the s by dt equal 12 30. I think I did it before. 10 over 3 30 square. That will be what? This is cancelled. This is cancelled. 12 over 9, which is 4 over 3. I think we did it before. Yeah, it was yeah, it's this one. Okay. But now it's not to choose. Okay. If the volume is expanding at this rate, so dV by dt equal 4. Find this by dt when what? When S is 24. Okay. So I know S is 6x squared. So that implies the S by dt equal 12x dx by dt. What is this and what is this? I know S is 24, which is 6x squared. That implies x squared equal 4. That implies x equal 2. So I got the x now. How to find this? Through the volume. I know dv, v equal x cubed. So dv by dt, 3x squared dx by dt, which is implies in 4 equals 3, x equal 2 square dx by dt. So dx by dt equal 1 over 3. So now I plug the numbers. ds by dt will be 12. X is 2, and this is 2, and this is 1 over 3. That will be 1, that will be 4, that will be 8, which is this one. Okay. Consider a cube variable. The edge length is increasing. Assume that the volume of the cube is increasing at this rate. The volume is 10. How fast is the surface area increasing? Find the S by dt when x equal 8. S equals 6x squared. So I have ds by dt equal 12x dx by dt. Okay. I have x. I need this. Get it from the volume. V equal x cubed. So dv by dt equals 3x squared dx by dt. I have 10 equals 3 times 8 squared dx by dt. Simplifies dx by dt equal 10 over 3 8 squared. So ds by dt will be 12 times 8 times this. Cancel this with this. I have what? This is 4. This is 1. I have 50. It's a good number. Okay, now I need to finish the cylinder and the cone. Let me do the cylinder and the cone. Okay. Cylindrical tank with radius 2 meters, R is fixed 2, is being filled with the water at the rate of this. So you have dV by dt equal 8. You want the rate of change of the height. So dH by dt equal what? Equal what? That's it. He gave me also the volume of the cylinder H, and that will be pi r is fixed 2 squared times H. That will be 4 by H. So dV by dt will be 4 by dH by dt. And that give me, that implies 8 equal 4 by dH by dt. So dH by dt equal 2 over 1, which is this one. Tank in the shape of a right circular cylinder is being filled with water. The radius of the base is 3 meters, R equals 3. If the water is being pumped into the tank at this rate, dV by dt equal to, find dH by dt. When we do at the volume, same problem, R square H, that will be 9 by H. So dV by dt equal 9 by times dH by dt. That implies 2 equal 9 by dH by dt, or dH by dt equal 2 over 9, which is this. The radius cylinder is increasing at this. Oh, the radius is increasing. So dr by dt equals 3, and the height is also increasing at 2. Find the rate of change of the volume when r equal 1 and h equal 4. Okay. The volume is pi r square h, but now there is rate of change for r and rate of change for h. So we'll do the derivative as a product. That will be pi derivative of r square, which is 2r dr by dt times h, plus pi r square derivative of h, which is dh by dt. Now plug the numbers, that's it. So dv by dt will be pi 2, what is r? R is 1. dr by dt is 3 times h, which is 4, plus pi 1 square times 2. That give me what? 2 times 3 times 4, that's 24 pi plus 2 pi, and that's 26 pi, which is this. Now we'll go to the cone. Now we'll go to the cone. Okay. Yeah. Let me do the cone problems. Yeah, I have a cone. Okay. And the shape of the cone with the base radius 2. This is the base radius 2. This is r equal to, and height h equal 4. This is the height. This is 2, and this is 4, which is this. Water is being pumped into the tank at the rate of this. So I have dV by dt equal to, find in which the water level is rising. Well, if we make, there is water here. So I have, this is small r, and this is small h. I want the water level rising, so I want dH by dt when h equals 3. This is what I want. So I have the volume of the cone, which is 1 over 3 pi r square h. But I want to relate the rate of change of the height with the rate of change of the volume. But I have two variables here, r and h. So I need to change r into h. I need to write this, the function, the v, in terms of h only. If you notice, we have this similar triangle. Where I have 2, this is r, this is 4, this is small h. So I have the bigger triangle and they have the small triangle, and they are similar to each other. So using this similar triangles, I have 2 over 4 equal r over h. In other words, r equal half h. So I plug it here. That will be 1 over 3 by 1 over 2 h squared times h, which is 1 over 12 by h cubed. So I have v in terms of h only. That will make it easy. So I have what? Now differentiate. dv by dt will be what? Pi over 4 h squared dh by dt. I have this. I have this. I need to find this. That's it. So that means 2 equal pi 3 square, which is 9 over 4 dh over dt. So dh over dt will be equal 8 over 9. 8 over 9. Okay. Okay. Which is leaking through a hole to form a cone whose altitude is always the same as its radius. So I'm making a cone. I notice h equal r is always the same as its radius. Okay. If the height is pi, dh by dt equals 6. Find is leaking. Find dv by dt when h equal 10. The height of the leaking is the height of making the pile, making the new, because it will leak through a hole to form something else. So it will be the same rate of change. And this is what I will find, which is I will find the rate to form this new pile. Okay, so I have V equal 1 over 3 pi r square h. I know h equal r, so that will be 1 over 3 pi r cubed, h cubed. I want in terms of h, so h cubed. Since r equal h. So that give us dv by dt will be equal what? By h squared dh by dt. So I have this. I have this. I can't find dv by dt. This is what I want to find. So dv by dt will be equal by 10 squared times 6. That will be 600. Okay. Next one. Water tank has the shape of an inverted cone. Okay. With the base radius 3 meters and height 6. If water is being from the tank of the rate كده, find the rate at which the water level is rising. Okay. So I have a cone. Same idea as we did before. This is 3. And this is 6. Okay. I have dv by dt equal 5. What they want, find dh by dt, where I have water is filled. So this is r and this is small h. Okay. dh by dt, find it when h equal 4. Same idea. I have similar triangles. I have 3 over 6 equal r over h. That implies r equal half h. And what the v is 1 over 3 by r squared h. 1 over 3 by 1 over 4 h cubed, 1 over 12 pi over 12 h cubed. So dv by dt equal pi over 4 h squared dh by dt. This is what I want. This is given, this is given. So I have 5 equal pi over 4. What is h? h equal 4. 4 square dh by dt. Cancelled, cancelled. That implies dh by dt will be 5 over 4 pi. Yeah. Next one. Water tank has a inverted circular cone with the base radius scale and height scale. The water is being with the rate of 3 meters. It's the same as this one, but instead of 5, I have 3. So let me do it. Yeah. Cone. Let me do it quickly. This is this is R. This is 3. This is 6. This is H. So I have 3 over 6 equal R over H. So R equal half H. This is the volume. So the volume equal 1 over 3 pi 1 over 4 H squared times H, which is pi over 12 H cubed. So dV by dt equal pi over 4 H squared dH by dt. This is 3 equal pi over 4 H equal 4. No? Let me write this. dV by dt equal 3. Find dH by dt when H equals. That will be 16. dH by dt. So dH by dt will be what? Cancel. This is 4. 3 over 4 pi. Which is this? Yeah, we have 4 slides remaining until I stop. Convection coffee filter is 6 centimeter high. And there's the radius at the top. This is 4. And this is 16. The filter is filled with water, is flowing out at the rate of this. So I have dV by dt minus 2. Since it's flowing out, the water is going out, so the volume is decreasing. At what rate is the depth of the water changing? Find dH over dt when it's equal 8. That's the question. Okay. Also the same thing. I have, this is R, this is H. So I have 4 over 16 equal R over H. That implies R equal 1 over 4H. Okay. V equal 1 over 3 by R square H. That implies okay, who cares? That will be 1 over 3 by, this is 1 over 16 H cubed, which is 1 over 48 or pi over 48 H cubed. That implies dV by dt equal pi over 16 again, 3 cancel it, H square dH by dt. So that implies minus 2 equal pi over 16 times 8 square dH by dt, which is 64 over 16. That is what? 4 by dH by dt. So dH by dt will be minus 1 over 2 pi. Water tank has shape of an inverted circle with the base radius 2 meters in height. This water is being pumped. Okay, we did something similar. This is like this. This is like this. This is 2. This is 4. This is R. This is H. So I have 2 over 4 equal R over H. So R equal half H. Volume is this, which is 1 over 3 pi 1 over 4 H cubed. So 1 over pi over 12 H cubed. This is V, dV by dt. Pi over 4 H squared dH by dt. dV by dt is 2. 2 equal pi over 4. Where is H? Let me write it. dV by dt equal to find dH by dt when H equals 3. That will be 3 square dH by dt. So dH by dt will be 8 over 9, which is this one. Okay, we're almost there. The volume of coin is increasing at this rate, dV by dt equal to, and its rate is increasing at this rate, dr by dt equal 1. When the radius of the cone is 4, find what? Find dH over dt when R equal 4 and H equal 2. So I want to relate the rate of change of the volume with the rate of change of the radius and the height. Okay, so I differentiate with respect to right away. That will be 1 over 3 by 2R dr by dt times A, this product, plus R squared dH by dt. Now plug the numbers and find what we're looking for. So dV by dt, this is 2, equal pi over 3 times 2R. R is what? That will be 8. H is what? H is 2. That will be 2 times R times the R over dt times H. 2 times R. R is 4. 8 times 2, it will be 16. Plus R squared, 16, another 16. dH over dt is what? Is what we're looking for. So what we have, you can take 6, divide by 2. So you have, and take 16. You have 16 pi over 3 times 1 plus dH over dt equals 2. So dH over dt plus 1 equals what? 3 over 8 pi. So dH by dt equals 3 over h pi minus, which is this. Okay, next one, which is last proof of this volume thing. Air at the sand and gravel planet. Sand is falling off a converter and into, okay, so it's making a new pile. So it's positive. So dV by dt, 17, huh? We'll do 17 and 18. One is the cone, one is the cylinder. Okay. So you have V equal 1 over 3 pi r square h. What are the information given? dV by dt equal 10. Okay. The diameter of the base, which is 2r, equal 3 times the altitude, it's 3h. Okay. At what rate is the height? Find dH by dt is 17. Find dH by dt when h equal 15. So my first step, I'll change r into h. That means r is 3 over 2h. Plug the numbers. That will be 1 over 3 pi R is 9/4 h cubed. That will be what? 3/4 h cubed. So dv by dt will be what? 9/4 h squared dh by dt. Okay. When h is 15, that's, give me what? 10 equal 9/4 times 15 square dh over dt. So dh by dt will be equal what? 40 over 9 by times 15 times 15. This is 8. This is 3. I know. That will be 8 over 27 times 15 pi. Yeah, we'll do it like this. I think the idea is very clear. 18. What they want. The volume of oil in a cylindrical sail is increasing the volume. So I have dV by dt equal 150 cubic something. Okay. Okay. 150 cubic inches per second. Okay. The height of the cylinder is approximately 10 times the radius. H 10. At what rate is the height? Find dh over dt when h equals 35. Okay. H equals 10R. I want to write R in terms of h, so h over 10. So the volume will be by, the volume of the cylinder is what? By R square h. He gave it to us actually. And that will be by h square over 100 times h, which is pi over 100 h cubed. So dv by dt will equal 3 pi over 100 h squared dh by dt. I know this, I want this. خلاص, we get black the numbers. dv by dt is what? 150 equal 3 pi over 100. This is 35 square times dh by dt. So dh by dt equal 150 times 100 over 3 pi times 35 times 35. 5 will give me 20, and this is 7. Another 5 will give me what? 30. And this is 7. And this is 10. This is cancelled. So I have 200 over 49. Yes. Now we'll move to the Pythagorean problems. I will stop with this one. And then also I will stop the recording. Thank you.